Hi, it's Judy. I get asked this question a lot, so I thought I would just share an answer in a YouTube video. I put on a lot of my photos, I put the B+ diet, and I remark about the B+ diet a lot. And I get people asking, what is the B+ diet? And I always kind of type up something to explain it, and I decided to answer it more fully. Number one, what the B+ diet is it's not a diet. It's not a specific food plan. It's not a meal plan. Everyone I know that has a lot of weight to lose, or any weight to lose, well, I'm going to say most people I know have been on diets. We all know what a diet is. Sorry about that. The B+ diet is not a diet. It's a philosophy. It's a mindset. And that's what the book is going to be talking about. The B+ diet is about me learning the hard way about not expecting perfection. For a long time, I was a perfectionist. And guess what? None of us are perfect. And expecting perfection only sets us up for failure. A couple years ago, I heard Tony Robbins say, perfection is the lowest possible standard you can set for yourself because it's impossible. And that kind of really gobsmacked me when I heard that. Because I was always a black and white girl. And if I couldn't be perfectly great, I had to be perfectly horrible. There was no in between. And I know I've shared this story with many of you before. I was at a meeting and people were sharing introductions about themselves. And a man across the room from me said that he was a painter for the U.S. Navy. He was stationed on a battleship and he was in charge of all the painting. And everyone said in the room, they kind of giggled and they said, well, that's probably a pretty easy job because battleships are all gray. And he said, you know, it's not as easy as it sounds. In the Navy, there are 423 shades of gray. What? To a black and white girl, that was pretty amazing because it meant from where I was perfectly good or perfectly bad, in between, there might be 423 other options to choose from. So I heard that, but I didn't incorporate it into my life for quite a while. And then about 10 years ago, I don't know where the concept came to me, but I decided I didn't have to be perfect anymore. And it made a huge change in my success. Now, I've still had ups and downs, and I'm still not at my goal weight, but I've come a long way. And the way I did that was by releasing perfection. So, what does B+ have to do with this? I was a type A, hyperactive, overachieving firstborn daughter. And the only grade that was ever acceptable to me in school was an A. I had to be the best student in the class, or like once I got to college, when I could drop classes, I dropped them. I took calculus 5 times till I finally at least passed it. And I started thinking, all those people that I know from school, there's people that got A-, B+, B's, C's. They're probably having absolutely wonderful lives too, because they didn't expect themselves to be perfect. So what is the B+ philosophy? To me, it means that if 80 to 85% of my choices, B+, are taking me in the direction of my goal, then I'm on track. I'm going to reach my goal eventually. And it means if you eat a cookie when you were not going to eat any cookies. In the past, I've talked to so many people who said, well, I'm a failure. I ate a cookie. And I know part of my past was that for me, it wouldn't have been cookies. For me, it would have been a chip, not into sweets, but say a potato chip or a French fry. Those are my kind of trigger foods. If I say I'm never going to eat a French fry again, and then I eat a French fry, well, obviously I'm a failure. I have to start over. I blew it. I'm a loser, blah, blah, blah. And so since I know I'm going to have to vow again to never eat a chip or never eat a French fry again, in the meantime, I eat like 8,000 of them. Well, maybe an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. I ate a lot of them. Because since I was already a failure, I may as well fail in a big way to get it out of my system. Well, guess what? That never really worked. I would get it out of my system for a while until I failed again, and then I'd do it again. It's never that one cookie. It's never that one chip. It's never that one French fry that you have that sends you down. It's the guilt fries, chips, cookies we have after that. It's the I've already blown it, I may as well eat more that makes a difference. It's not the one chip. It's not the one fry. So the B plus philosophy is do the best you can do every day with the choices you have. Make sure that the majority, 80 to 85%, and I typically use the example 4 out of 5 choices need to be in the direction of my goal. When we're doing that, we will be successful. So that's what my book is about. It's going to be about my story, how I discovered this, some of the wild escapades I had on my way to becoming a B plus person. But I wanted to explain what the B plus diet is. And it's a way of embracing life where you never have to be a failure. Because all eating is a choice. And if we make a good choice or a poor choice, we always have the option to change our next choice. It's about never giving up on yourself. It's about just keeping going. Because giving up tells our subconscious we've done something wrong. We haven't done something wrong. We haven't cheated. We're not a bad person. There's no moral judgments about food. We simply made a poor choice, and we can turn around and make a better choice next time. That's the B plus diet. I look forward to having my book come out and hope you all are going to be interested in reading it. If you have any questions about the B plus diet, let me know. And P.S. If anything I've ever said, if anything I've ever done has motivated you or supported you in any way to improve your health, I'd love to have you send me an email if you're willing to provide a testimonial for my new book. You can use a fake name, you can use just your first name, or you can use your full name. But I would love to have testimonials for my book. It's at the editor right now, so I need them probably in the next few weeks, maybe a month. But send me a message. I can give you my email address. If you'd be willing to do that, I'd appreciate it. In the meantime, have a B plus kind of day. Judy Finneran, signing out.